We're looking at thousands of good jobs with good benefits, health care, and retirement benefits.
Even on the final day of the special session, there was still doubt that there were enough votes for passage, and supporters of gambling tried one last rally to sway a few legislators. Their message: casinos mean jobs.
It's about whether or not you support jobs. And at the end of the day, voters support jobs. They support revenues from those jobs that'll provide great services throughout the state of Maryland. And that's what we're asking for. That's not an unreasonable thing. That's a very reasonable thing. It's a logical thing, and they need to get behind that.
On Monday evening, after a long day of closed-door meetings, the Ways and Means Committee adopted more than 24 amendments, each amendment probably an exchange for a vote. Delegate Kurt Anderson said the Baltimore City delegation would support slots only if the city's proposed casino got some protection.
We've got a truncated session. If the governor can get the votes for this thing, fine. But right now, our delegation has to be satisfied that our site is going to be protected and that Baltimore City schools will be constructed.
It was Tuesday evening before debate even began on the House floor, and only after leadership got some more votes lined up by allowing 5 slot machines for veterans organizations' lodges throughout Maryland. There was an added inducement to the veterans lobby to vote for the gaming bill.
The votes weren't there, and this is offered and laid out to the veterans, and we all know it. And you can look in your heart of hearts and say it's not, but it's offered to the veterans to use them for their vote.
We want to talk about the social evils of gambling. We want to talk about the adverse impact of gambling. This is the kind of thing that will explode slot machine gambling in our state.
There is no excuse whatsoever not to put a yes vote on this. I'll put lipstick on this pig. It doesn't mean I'm going to kiss it at the end. But this is something that needs to be done.
The debate on the bill itself didn't come until almost 10 o'clock on Tuesday and was spirited on both sides.
In very difficult financial times, this will create an additional $200 million. $200 million for our school system. Second, the decision on whether or not to do this will rest ultimately with the people of Maryland.
This bill is no good. This bill takes our honor, and it's not too late. You can have everything you want with the money. You can have it all. Just give the table games to the existing ones that are here.
The competition with other states. If you and the people of Maryland have decided that we're going to move in this direction, then we owe it to ourselves and to our posterity to be competitive with our neighbors. We will either be competitive or we might as well close up shop.
When the final vote came on the House floor, it was very close. 71 votes were needed for passage.
The call. 72 in the affirmative, 57 in the negative.
The Senate was waiting for the House to finish, and at midnight they very quickly agreed to all the changes that the House had made.
Has everyone recorded the vote? Anyone wish to change a vote? Anyone wish to explain a vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. 32 in the affirmative, 14 in the negative. The Senate Bill 1, having received a constitutional majority, is declared passed.
So the legislature has now ended a very contentious and difficult 4-day session. It passed a gaming bill which allows for a 6th casino in Prince George's County, gaming tables at all of the casinos, and slot machines at veterans organizations. Now it's up to the voters to decide on the ballot in November. I'm Lou Davis for State Circle.